And it was when I saw the tears in his eyes, I'm like, wow, I'm affecting not only myself, but I'm affecting even my family and the people that care for me the most in this world. My dad would always tell me, whoever your friends are, that's who you are. And eventually I started to just slowly drift towards the wrong path. And slowly by slowly, just dabbling here and there in different things, partying, girls. And when I was 19 years old, I was going to college in Wisconsin. And I was on scholarship to play hockey. I lost my scholarship, my hockey career, down on myself, depressed. What am I doing with my life? I started to get even deeper into my addiction. And before you know it, I was in full-blown heroin addiction and destroying everything in my path. When I started to steal from my mom, my dad, and my brothers. The point I remember when I left, and I found myself just on a bench one day. I have no money, I have no job, I have no family. I'm rock bottom. I'm sitting on a bench, I have my suitcase here, and I have my clothes with me. I have nothing. And so I remember going back to my parents' house pleading. But there was a gentleman, he would always come in and teach the stories he was saying about the Lord and how he can change your life if you submit to him, how you give him all your worries, all your cares. It came alive to me. And I said, I can do this. If I follow after this and I do what this guy is saying, my life is going to start to change. When you follow after the Lord, he starts to reveal himself more and more. As you draw near to him, he draws near to you. And so as you draw yourself close to him, he starts to reveal things to you. I always knew one day that God would call me overseas. So when I graduated Teen Challenge, I signed up for a missionary school. And so they sent me to Cambodia. So I was in Cambodia for 6 months. And the moment I stepped there, and the moment I started to share God's word, the moment I started to help people, it was like, this is what I've been missing. And so when I returned to America from Cambodia, I started to work for this organization, work for this ministry. That is when I stepped foot in Africa for the first time. It was in Kenya. From my life and from my story, getting involved in drugs in my teenage years, God started to push me towards youth. And so in 2019, that is when God called my wife and I to start our own ministry. Our ministry now is called 517 Ministry, where we disciple, we mentor, we have a community center for youth boys where they can come every day, they get a hot meal, we do Bible studies, we have a skill center where we teach them different skills, right? And then now we're able to really share God's love with them. And when you're faithful in little, He'll give you much. God's word is real, God's word is active, God's not a liar. And so if God says it, He's gonna do it. He can't go back on His word. And so when we fully trust in that, then He starts to show you, okay, now I got your back, Chris. Now I got your back. Let's go.